Okay, so real quick, let's review. So the lyrical hook from the 60s song is built around every breath, every step, every heartbeat. Of course, the Police's song is built around every breath, every move, every step. That doesn't automatically mean theft. Short phrases repeat across pop music all the time, but this is more than just one phrase. It's the same kind of lyrical machine. Small human actions stacked one after another until the repetition itself becomes the hook. In the older song, that repeated structure sounds romantic. It sounds devotional. Okay, you ready for this? The 1961 song is called Every Breath I Take. It was recorded by Pitney. Well, who's Pitney, right? Well, some may be familiar with his work, but guess who wrote the song? Gerry, Goffin, and Carole King. One of the most important successful songwriting teams and hook makers in the 60s. And of all time, especially in terms of Carole King, this is a hit-making machine dream team. Many of you may be familiar with the term Gen Alpha melody. It can be argued that at least in secular American music, pop music, Carole King may have introduced this to pop music, okay? And to top off that, guess who produced it? Phil Spector. Are you kidding me? So in the song, as I said, it's more devotional. The singer's basically saying, every breath I take is because of you. Every step I make is because of you.
Every little breath I take, only with every little step I make, only with every little beat of my heart.
Now here's the thing. A lot of people talk about Every Breath You Take like it's this perfectly calculated, dark masterpiece. I think Sting has milked this. This is just my opinion. And reading between the lines, after reading a lot of articles, interviews, watching lots of videos, and how Sting and the band talk about the initial creation of that song on that day, but we can get into that later when we discuss Andy. But I bring it up because this 1961 song really is. It's just a longing, direct love song. It's not dark, it's not sinister. But was Sting's song when he first gave it to Andy, wasn't it really just in a similar realm? So this is more than just Sting stole from Gene Pitney or the songwriters. Goffin and King wrote an earlier Every Breath hook, lyrical hook. Gene Pitney recorded it, and 22 years later, the Police released one of the biggest songs ever, and certainly of the 1980s, using a very similar lyrical engine. Now, does that mean Sting legally stole the song? Probably not. The melodies are different, the recordings are different, the performances are different, the arrangements are different. But look at the structure. The older song, Every Breath, Every Step. The Police song, Every Breath, Every Step, Every Bond. That's not enough to call it a stolen song, but Stolen Hooks is not about what would win in court. It's about that gray area. The place where influence, memory, coincidence, craft, borrowing, they all just start leaning on each other. In this case, lives right in that gray area. And it also makes the lawsuit, the conversation between Sting and the Police, and most importantly, Andy Summers, a lot more interesting, because before the song got to Andy, it could have been called a standard or a familiar throwback. Dare I say pastiche. That progression is everywhere. It is one of the basic building blocks, certainly of the 50s and 60s music. It's not a smoking gun. It's just shared soil. Because Every Breath You Take may not be a stolen song, but it also may not be a song that appeared out of nowhere. It's a song built on a familiar phrase structure, a common harmonic foundation, a true and tried foundation, a repeated lyrical machine, but then, eventually, a guitar part that completely transforms the song into something else. And this is where my theory comes in. I'm not convinced Sting originally sat down and carefully designed some dark masterpiece. Okay? Maybe that's how the story developed later. Maybe that is the interpretation that became cool over time. But on the page, that lyric can just be a big hook, just a simple phrase. An old-fashioned longing song, a record company-friendly chorus from the most successful songwriting team of the 60s and the producer. The kind of thing a songwriter who is skilled in the craft might write quickly because the album needs a hit. And then Andy Summers adds that icy, precise, unforgettable guitar part, and suddenly the whole song feels different. It feels a little darker. Suddenly the song sounds less like a longing love song, and it's more obsessive. So the question is, did Sting, and to use his word, nick, did he nick Every Breath You Take from true and tried hit formulas from the 60s? Remember, Sting has said he borrowed the arrangement from Stand By Me, which was also released in 1961. Yes, that is the same year the songwriting hit machine Goffin and King's Every Breath I Take was released. So if the guitar part is what really made the record stand out, made it immortal, one of the biggest hits of all time, it transformed it from the pastiche, essentially pop hit that Sting was trying to rush through and get on an album. Then the question becomes, who actually built the hit song? And of course that brings us to Andy Summers.